Please be aware, some scenes in the following video may be difficult for some viewers. This is the sad story of the donkey with the worst hooves we have ever seen. This is an unfortunate ending to a long battle that has finally come to a heartbreaking but inevitable end. Join our amazing volunteers as they are once again left to pick up the pieces of years of neglect and abuse. Their love and determination to help these poor animals. Luna was an incredible soul, full of spirit, determination and strength. Now this is her story. It's how she was left to suffer, used as a breeding machine when she couldn't even stand. How she fortunately ended in our sanctuary, so at the very least, she got to experience love, care and dignity in her final months. And even how she surprised us all and found a little bit of joy within her suffering.
It's progressed, hasn't it?
Doing much better.
No. And I think from the x-rays you took when you arrived, you can really
terrible.
see. Yeah, but you can see it's got worse.
Did better. Bent backwards, but it wasn't bent backwards the whole way that it is.
Yeah.
But this is definitely worse. So it's just basically growing to what it was growing before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there is no discussing this anymore if she's laying down 24/7. But yeah, I mean, this is more than justified. It was at the time. The only reason we didn't do it is because she surprised us and she seemed like she was happy and comfortable and less laying down, so we were all for it. There's nothing, there's not even 2/3 of what should normally be there, so there is no argument about this. I don't even know how honestly she stands this way. It's beyond my understanding, but she's just, obviously it's been a slow getting used to a pain situation and she's just adapted, but that doesn't make it normal.
And it doesn't help with the other foot.
Put her mind at peace, just run it by Sue, say look, this is definitely a go. Emma was aware of it even before she went into labor because she did message me.
So obviously I know it's not exactly the news we were hoping for, but I think what Zuleika says is very true. I very much trust her opinion, the vet. And we could already see it, but now that we've had it confirmed that things have developed in a way where we can't really control her quality of life anymore, I think it has to be the right choice.
Definitely. I think what she was saying, even when she walked in, she was like, no, it'd gotten worse since the first time she saw her.
Yeah.
And she's been laying down all the time, and we all kind of knew it was coming, but it's that confirmation, wasn't it, that it was like, yeah, it has to happen.
Yeah, and I think as well, just because it's progressed so much, she doesn't even know how she's standing up. It really shows the strength of Luna's character.
Definitely.
And I think it's been the right choice to give her this chance until now, but we can't really ignore the facts.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, when you have such a severe case like that, you have an animal that has a willpower or a fight, but when they have a severe leg injury or foot injury, there's a limit to what you can sort of save and what you can do.
For sure, and I mean they're herd animals, so they're used to not being allowed to be left behind.
Yeah.
And I've found it, especially with the donkeys in my time here, donkeys are really good at masking stuff.
Oh, definitely.
So it's so hard to make that choice for them, but I do genuinely think, what's the saying? You'd rather a day early than a day late.
Yeah.
You know, like rather save them that pain than allow them to continue on the way they're going, because that development, even just in the time she's been here, she was already defying what we thought when she arrived, because we know Edo, he didn't want to leave without her just to help her with the last act of kindness.
Which was amazing what he did. He was like, not going, you have to give me this donkey.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing. It shows how much we care.
Yeah, and what's happening here. And like, even though originally she was coming here to be sent over the rainbow, she actually was given that little chance to see if she could, do anything. But unfortunately, sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And just with the development, seeing what's happening now, seeing what's happened to the bones, and I'm amazed she was still standing up. We're all amazed.
I'm amazed she's still standing up.
Yeah, but I think, like you say, we could see now she was lying down more often. She was obviously masking what pain she was in, like what she is in, and yeah.
And it wasn't just that foot that was bent back, it was the other foot as well, which was twisted.
Yeah,
but
trying to compensate.
But you can't do anything to the twisted foot because she'd have to stand on the bent one. So it was just like, you know,
a vicious cycle.
Yeah, it was like a domino effect. So everything that you were doing, it was just ticking off another thing.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. So I know both of us have seen enough shocking X-rays in our time.
Mm-hmm.
I think even somebody who is not well versed in X-rays could tell there was a lot wrong.
I've seen hundreds of X-rays, and I've dealt with hundreds of X-rays, but this is probably one of the worst that I've seen. Not just because it's bent back, but just everything that was happening inside. You could see the pedal bone. There was a lot of osteonecrosis, which is bone death, basically, and it almost completely disappeared.
Yeah.
You then had the short pastern, which had a break in it, and you had the long pastern, which also had a break in it. So you've got 3 bones, the lowest of the bones, all one death and 2 broken.
Yeah.
And you could then see that she was trying to put out bone in different places
to try and compensate.
Yeah, which was never gonna work. But
and the tendon.
Yes, you could also see that at the front, the tendon, because of the foot was so far back, the tendon was pulling so far forward, and because of that, it actually started to calcify and harden at the front. And on the X-ray, you can see the little dash line right at the front and you shouldn't be able to see tendons and ligaments on X-rays. No. And if they go hard like that and they're damaged, you can start to see them, which is
damaged beyond repair. Which is the really, the whole thing is damaged beyond repair.
Yeah, and you could also see that at the back of the foot, when the foot was bent, there were so many rolls and everything.
And you could see those on the X-ray too.
Yeah. And like how hard everything must be at the back. Everything should be quite soft, and everything like tendons, ligaments, everything inside, and the skin should be quite flexible and soft. But it wasn't. It was just all hard. There was no movement there.
The X-ray, they never lie. But yeah, completely shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah, I can't believe she was still up she's still up, to be honest. Not the easiest decisions to make, but that's part of being on a sanctuary at the end of the day, I always say the hardest part is playing God.
Yes.
Saying, okay, this is your time now, because that's a really big decision. But
it's not easy, and even having that decision is just awful, but telling someone to make that decision. I wouldn't want to be Zuleika in that position where she was walking in going, okay, you have to do this.
Yeah, this isn't a question anymore.
Yeah.
It's for her quality of life.
I think that's worse, telling someone that has to happen.
I don't know how she does it.
we want to thank you all for helping us to help Luna. Even just by watching this video, your support allows us to rescue these animals in need. Now sadly, days like this can't be predicted and they can't be prevented. Working with rescue animals, it becomes part of our lives. It doesn't get easier. However, we do get the honour of setting these amazing animals free whilst they experience the love they deserve. Making sure up until the very last moment they know that we are here with them. If you want to know more about Luna, her short stay with us and her history, you can see on some of our previous videos. We'll link them down below. Together, we can help more. Run free, Luna, just like you deserve.